My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we are looking at what's on your person's mind, okay? For the extended, I have channeled a letter from your person, so we're going to read that in the extended, and in the extended, I'm also going to do a clearing for your connection. It doesn't matter what kind of connection it is, whether it's twin flame, high level soulmate. I'm going to do a clearing because it feels like we're just exiting out of what I call, or what other people call as well, depending on your beliefs, like a spiritual cycle. And spiritual cycles, some we may call it karmic cycles if we like, but spiritual cycles can be quite harsh, and sometimes, in terms of or abundance or creativity, sometimes we may feel drained, we're not creating as much, that kind of things. It feels like we're moving out of that kind of cycle and more into an abundance and creativity cycle again. And we're doing that because there's something that we've learned, and now we've kind of like unlocked a new level, right? Maybe we've been knocking on that particular door. Maybe that's why I said unlocked. We've been knocking on a particular door that level up. And finally, we've kind of made that breakthrough. So whatever karmic residue that may be from the last cycle, we want to clear it off. So I'll do that clearing for your connection. And if there's anything negative, I'm also going to clear that as well. All right, so let us begin. Now, today we are looking at what is on your person's mind. And naturally, if you don't give a fuck, as some people have been communicating in the comments, there's no need to watch, right? Because this can be really triggering. I'm not going to lie, right? This whole journey is a trigger and heal process, isn't it? And nobody triggers us more than on twins or soulmates. These are the people that have that power to do that, right? Yeah. Let's call it power for now. Alrighty. Because they are a sanity. Alright, let's see. So let's get some significators for your person's energy. Alright, so we have birth. So they've birthed a new dawn for themselves as well. And it comes from finally getting that higher perspective. It's a card number 48, which reduces to 12. And 12 is all about that higher perspective, that enlightenment, that illumination, light bulb coming on. I'm really seeing things differently, and that creates the new person, because 12 then reduced to 3, which is the Empress, and the Empress is the creator. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's see your person's energy generally. We have accountability. Big energy for them, taking accountability for their choices, their life path. And they do mention this in the note, but it's more related to their choices with regard to you. But this feels like this is their choices in particular. And it's also about them taking ownership. Yeah, because that's accountability. It's taking ownership of their life. I feel like maybe you were dealing with someone who was perpetually in victim mode. They are perfect, right? They are perfect, and everything that has happened to them is because somebody did it to them, and they had absolutely no agency, right? So maybe they always have to have some kind of story to tell you about their horrible ex or their parents, la 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 la, but never what their own input was in the whole situation. So this is them taking accountability for their own side of the fence. Okay, and that's is really like one of the first steps to healing, in it, right? Because unless you realize that there's something here that needs your attention, you can just breeze through your life with thinking that everything's fine, right? Everything is absolutely fine. The energy towards you. Ooh, also came out in the letter as well. that energy of guilt and shame, sorry about the past, that kind of thing. And, you guys would tire of hearing it by now because it's been a consistent message for the past 2 months, right? This guilt and shame energy, feeling like they're being punished, that they've been put in the naughty corner by the universe, or maybe put in the naughty corner by you, right? Put in the naughty corner by you. Maybe you've put them in the naughty corner. You've put them in Siberia. Like, in the world of work in my country, when you put someone in Siberia, you basically give them four walls and a desk, right? They have no interaction with anybody else. And that used to be a common thing, especially in the public service. Like, in the public service, instead of people dealing with the problem, you know, making people accountable, that kind of thing, they'll just kind of sideline them or ostracize them, and they put them on a desk until retirement, and then bam, right? So it looks like, I don't know, you've put this person on the back burner, you've put them in the naughty corner there, and it looks like they're really feeling it there. They're really feeling it. And it's come at a time when they're already taking accountability for the things that have happened in their life. So for you now, to kind of, you know, disconnected, or maybe you're speaking your truth more, right, about the things that happened to you guys, right? They're really feeling it. Let's pull some cards on these and let's get clearer messages. Oh, Lord. This is the Heroine Tarot. Oh my God, some cards are flipped over, unfortunately. Well, it's not going to be the end of the world, so we're going to work with it. And on top of the deck, you see Madam Queen of... Oh, this is Justice, actually. I thought it was Queen of Swords. And underneath the deck is the Two of Cups. So it is the ending of a karmic cycle. And this is what's up. Okay, let's see. Accountability. We have the Eight of Swords reverse. So through them taking accountability for their life, it's freed them from all these self-sabotaging ideas that they've had, right? About being able to move forward, being able to create their own wealth, being able to be happy, being able to find a partner, that kind of thing. Because this person has always thought that they weren't able to change their path, they weren't able to change their circumstances. But them realizing that they are the author of their own life and the co-creator of their own life is making them realize that they can make different decisions and they can change their path and their outcome. And this has been really freeing for them. Let's see this guilt card with regard to you. Right, the world, yeah. You see, for some of them, things have come full circle. It's come full circle. Whatever they may have done to you, it looks like karma came to bite them in the ass. We have the Ouroboros here, and it's, what goes around comes around. So maybe they put you on the back burner in the past. Maybe they were the one ghosting you and all of that. And it looks like now that they've finally woken up and smelled the coffee, for some of you, you may have already turned your back on them, or you're just not putting up with the bullshit of the past. Okay. Now, let's ask Spirit. What is on your person's mind? What's on your person's mind? We're going to get 4 cards and we're going to see what is on your person's mind. This is the Heal Yourself reading cards. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have Family and Tribe. That's a card number 20, and it's about awakening. And they literally said this in their letter. I can read that part of the letter for you. Let me see. They talked about this in the letter. Oh, here it is. Put my glasses here. Here it is. I can read that part of that affair. It said, I've been looking at my family, and not just my immediate family, but I've been collecting stories about those that came before me. And I'm struck by how much I'm living their lives and their life, all in the hopes of being accepted and respected by other family members and the wider community. It makes me feel ashamed, to be honest, to look back on my life and realize that I've never really made a decision that was guided by my intuition and my heart. The majority was centered around what will make me more likable, what will make more people envy, and what I would get attention and validation for. Right, so this is them. Let me make sure I have this in order. Yeah. So this is them waking up to the ways of their tribe, and especially the ways of their tribe that isn't working, that has had this particular lineage absolutely stuck. Okay, so it feels like your person is stepping into doing something different. They're going to be this pioneer that kind of breaks some of, we can call it generational curses if we want, but it is definitely dysfunction and toxic patterns that have persisted through the generations. Okay. All right. So what's on their mind? Breaking karmic cycles, breaking generational curses. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. So we have the energy of rejection. All right. So it looks like, and you see, there is the guy here in the painting, and there's this guy trying to create some kind of hook or reel this person back into their own web here, right? And this person has turned away. So it feels like you have done something that they have interpreted as some sort of rejection. Okay? And it could be anything. Remember, this is their interpretation, right? It could be anything. It could be you not answering their text messages as quickly as you do. It could be you not, calling them every minute. I don't know, whatever it is, they perceived it as a rejection. And this is what is fueling this person's transformation and their ability to objectively reflect on their past, on their family, and even on their home life. Now, this is a card number 35. We're going to pull cards on all of these, right? This is a card number 35, and 35 reduced to 8, which is a strength card. So now that they've recognized how much of, I wouldn't say, let's call it a societal doormat. Let's put those words together. A societal doormat where they've bent themselves backward and out of shape in order to do what was expected of them. Now it looks like they're gently taking back their power, and it is starting right at home. You see, charity begins at home. Well, it looks like empowerment begins at home for them. So they are starting with the people who are closest to them, and it's going to be their family members and their inner circle or their inner community. Okay? Let's see what else is happening. What else is on their mind? So taking back their power at home, they're reflecting on their life, and it's because they perceive that you have rejected them. And then we have the hole in the soul. Wow. Right? And it's a card number 36, which reduced to 9. And 9 is about the self. That's the hermit's journey, right? That is the introspection. That is you going off and finding what was lost. So it looks like your person's realizing that something's missing. So there's something missing from their life, and they are determined to find it. They're determined to find it. And what might be missing might be you. Because am I seeing this correctly? I think I am. There's this hole by the heart, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. This is where the bleeding is occurred, right? So it feels like now that they've had time to be alone, because Hermit is about being alone, they're recognizing how heartbroken they really are with regard to you. They're really noticing your absence. So much so that they're describing it as a hole in their soul. It's like something has been ripped away from them. And again, this is also catalyzing change in their life. We see the Grim Reaper there. What else is on their mind? We have healing. And it's a 21, the World card, right? It was the energy under the tarot deck, and now we have it here again. So what's on them line is doing things differently, focusing on their own healing, which they talked about in the letter, but also focusing on healing the relationship between you guys, because they're here, they're protecting it here, but they're looking to see how they can heal it. So let's pull cards on these and let's get all the messages. Okay. Spirit, tell us about this rejection card. What is it all about? This rejection that's causing this big transformation energy here. We have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And I heard all fall down. So I'm not sure what's happening. Let's see. We have the Sun. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and that's my abandonment issues card. Okay, so that's what happened. Their perceived abandonment, yes. Their perceived abandonment is what is causing all this change. So we do get death here. Again, it looks like the foundation of your relationship was rocked. And it looks like it was rocked because you turned your back on this person. I don't know what you did to retreat. I don't know what you did to communicate that things are no longer the same and that you are making changes. But whatever it is, it rocked the foundation of your relationship. It feels like you may have started to focus more on your own happiness. However you did that, you start to focus more on your own happiness, what's going to make you happy, and that in itself is taking back your power. Because maybe before, your ideas of happiness were centered around this person. Maybe it created a lot of fantasies around this person, a vision for the future with this person. Or your vision of happy always included this person. But now you've just decided, you know what, with or without them, I'm going to be happy. And however you did that, they perceive this as an abandonment, and this as what has triggered this big awakening energy that's happening within them right now. Now we have this home card, and we have power energy. So we have 4 of Cups, and that's the energy of boredom. We have the 2 of Wands. I get it. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now your person mentions karmics in that letter, not just a karmic. And it feels like this is the same energy that we are getting here. I think there's serious conversations being had in your person's home. It could be with their family of origin. And by family of origin, I mean brothers and sisters, mother and father, that kind of thing. Or they may have their own family, right? Children or spouse, that kind of thing. And what is being expressed is that they're not happy. right? That's that Four of Cups energy. And that they're ready to do something different. And they're ready for some sort of fresh start. Okay? They're ready to move forward, that they feel stuck in their life. For some of them, they may be communicating that they feel like they're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And that they're not moving forward in their life. They're not seeing the progress. So that's the kind of conversations that's happening currently in your person's home. Okay? I think before, maybe your person was a very passive participant in their life, especially in their home life. And maybe they were hoping that whatever changes would come, it would come through the other people around them. But now they're taking charge of it. They're realizing, well, these other people around them aren't changing. I have to do what's best for me. Also said that in that as well. Let's see this hold in the soul energy. We have the Ace of Wands. So they've been feeling really uninspired and maybe even exhausted, right? We have Seven of Pentacles. And that's their investments. We have the Hierophant in reverse. That could talk about a dysfunctional family. Can also talk about a divorce, a breakup. And we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so it feels like your person, as I told you before, they are really feeling your absence. They think that you are done with them. And it looks like the moment that you communicate, whether energetically or verbally, that you're done with them is when they decide that they want to invest in this connection, and that this connection is a sure thing. Okay? It feels like since you stepped back, they have really noticed the void, the emptiness. Maybe you were a little bandage or a little balm for their soul, and it looks like when you step back, that bandage was ripped off, and now they're recognizing everything that is not going right in their life and everything that needs attention. So whilst your connection was very beautiful, right, deeply spiritual, nothing that they've ever felt before, in some ways as well, it was a distraction because it was preventing them from dealing with their own stuff. So whatever is happening now in your connection is meant to happen for them to really dig deep into what is missing in their life, who they are, and where they want to be. We have healing. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Justice card. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. And we have the Eight of Swords reverse. And again, this sounds like something that they said in the letter, that they're trying to figure out who they are, right? And not just who people expect them to be. That they're trying to figure out who are they beyond the mask, beyond the ego, beyond what everybody tells them that they should be. Who are they? So this is them just exploring different things, exploring different options, and exploring different schools of thought, trying to figure out, what do they really want? And it's finally, looking at yourself from a very balanced place and admitting to the things to yourself that you wouldn't usually admit. This is looking at yourself with the sword of truth. So what I get from all of this is a person, a person who is trying to step into personhood, right? They're trying to figure out their identity, right? Their core identity. I feel like you were dealing with someone who is a social chameleon. And that's very difficult. That's very different from being versatile, right? Versatile, you're able, to code switch and just kind of, gel with just about any group. Social flexibility, it's a beautiful skill. We're not talking about social flexibility. We're talking about a social chameleon where they become enmeshed in the identities of others because they don't have any fixed identity of their own. So this is someone who's trying to figure out, who am I at core? And our identity can change as we heal and we grow and all of that, right? But our core essence of who we are, that stays the same from age to age, lifetime to lifetime. And this is what they're trying to figure out right now. Who am I? So in the extended, we're going to read their letter, and then I'm going to do a clearing for your connection. And then we're going to look at their next actions towards you. But it looks like, this is a deep dive by a person. This is a deep dive. They're trying to answer that foundation question of who am I? Who am I? All right. Now, if you can't join me in extended, what's the advice for you at this time? And underneath the deck, we have intimacy. So it could be that your person was intimacy avoidant, but if they're intimacy avoidant and they're mirroring you, they're part of you that might also be intimacy avoidant as well. So it's also about taking accountability for your side of the fence too. All right, let's see what Spirit's message for you. What Spirit's advice? All right, so we get the card baggage. So this is what your person is sorting out right now. They're dealing with their shit. They're dealing with their baggage. But Spirit is saying that you also have stuff that is coming up for you at this time. And it reminds me, I don't know if she's watching, did a little TikToking this morning. And I bounced up on one of Hush's videos. And she was talking about, and Mercury's in retrograde, isn't it? And that's the past coming back, but that's on the side. And she was talking about a lot of things from the past coming up for her and certainly coming up for the collective. So Spirit is saying, pay attention. Even if it comes up in the smallest or slightest of ways, pay attention to what is coming up for you at this time, because it means that it's unfinished business. It's unfinished business. And sometimes when we think we've gotten over an issue, there's still layers to it, So Spirit is saying there's stuff that's still coming up for you. And it says here, baggage. The sum total of experience, neuroses, inner children, issues, and trauma a person carries through their life. And it's characterized by carry-ons that don't fit in the overhead compartment. I like that. Exactly, right? Traumatic life histories, depression, and also this traumatic life histories. That's interesting that he said that person said they were collecting stories from their lineage. So these traumatic life histories, not just your own personal life history, but also ancestral life histories that definitely do pass on to us through epigenetics, modeling, etc., etc. Right? Depression, erratic or extreme emotional behavior, self-absorption, inability to forgive, yeah, or relegate to the past, inappropriate self-disclosure, delusions of traveling light. And that's something that we can get trapped in, because sometimes we like to take these little spiritual bypasses where we think, I'm good, but you're not good. You're not good. You're just kind of hovering over the issue from a higher perspective, but not getting into the nitty gritty of things, right? It says denial of the suitcase and the streamer trunks, disparagement of those who own up to their baggage, resistance to therapeutic assistance, unsubstantiated claims of psychological health, possession of possession of the most baggage of all, and not a match set, and that whatever. All right, so Spirit saying, even the most healed person still has baggage that they're carrying around. I think what's the difference is they're not allowing that baggage to sabotage their life. And when it does come up, because little things are going to come up from time to time, we sit and we deal with it. And we come to some sort of resolution, or we find some way to process it and let it go. And it might be through journaling, or you're going to a therapist, or you share it with a trusted friend, whatever it is. But Spirit saying, do not ignore whatever comes up for you at this time. Okay? My love, so that was your reading. In the extended, I'll read the letter, I'll do that clearing for you, and look at their next actions. Otherwise, guys, thank you for everything. Love you guys. Bye.